Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. My name is Paul Cairns and today we'll be working with the Content-Aware Fill tool. We'll begin by working on this image I photographed in British Columbia, Canada, in John Dean Provincial Park on Vancouver Island. I've been up this small mountain many times, hiking through the different trails, and this one day I just found this one trail I hadn't been on before, and I found this beautiful tree. Now, there was a problem with the tree. The fact is there was a signpost right here in the middle, dead center of the image. And the pathway leads you right into it, and it's framed by these branches, so it's very much unavoidable. The person who's looking at this picture is going to be drawn right into this. I originally tried finding different angles for the shot, even as far as going completely on the other side of the tree. But there was nothing that worked other than this particular framing right here that you see. And if I had been working with models or a portrait subject, I would have just placed the person in front of the sign and it would have been gone. But I was only there with my dog, and he's not really interested in doing that for me. He'd rather go smell stuff, and he has a very short attention span, so he wouldn't have been very much fun to work with. So instead, we'll still just work with Photoshop, and we'll use the Content-Aware Fill tool to remove the sign. So we'll begin by pressing Ctrl J or Command J on your keyboard to bring up a duplicate layer so we can work non-destructively, and L on your keyboard to bring up the Lasso tool. I'm going to zoom in, Ctrl plus or Command plus. And before I make a selection, I want to explain how the Content-Aware Fill tool works. It pulls in data from around your selection, so you have to be careful about what you select. And that includes things that are around the thing you're trying to get rid of to begin with, because it will pull these things into the selection itself, and it may not look good. So it's a trial and error thing. It's not like working with the clone stamp tool where you know exactly what you're selecting and where you're putting it. This is a little bit more of a guesstimate. So I already been over this image before. I know how it works and what's best for the selection overall. So I'm just going to go start up and go around this patch of light, around this branch, and then continue down the sign. And then right select on the selection, right click on the selection and press Fill. Make sure Content-Aware is selected, normal 100%, press OK. Photoshop will take a few seconds for its algorithms to pull in the data from around the selection, but once it does, then you'll have a very good base to work off of it. And then after that's happened, just like that, right click on the selection, press Deselect. There's things that may work right away and some things you might have to polish by using the healing tool brush, so press J, bring that up. And you can see that here, these leaves right here are also been copied up here. And some of the lines may be harsher as well. Yeah, exactly here. Right here you can see that line right there. So I'm just going to go over a few things and soften it up. And I'm going to remove that leaf because I don't want it to look like it was pulled in from somewhere else. I want it to look like it's natural, of course. Toggling off and on will help you a lot, especially with backgrounds like this that are more busy. With some backgrounds, it will be very obvious what you have to retouch, but others will be a lot more difficult. Zoom out a bit. That looks pretty good to me. Let's have another look. It's acceptable. If I wasn't making a video, I'd probably spend a bit more time on it. But because this is a tutorial, I won't be spending too much time on this. Okay, so there you go. Content aware fill tool, very easy to use. The amount of time you need to do it it's much less than using any other tool available to you in Photoshop. And if at the worst, it will just give you a really good base to work on. At best, it might do the job perfectly. It really depends on the background, and you'll have to experiment a bit with it. I hope you enjoyed that video. My name is Paul Cairns. If you've liked the video, please subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting more as they are available, and I also have a website where you can see more of my work at paulcairns.com, and I also have a blog which is called Through the Photographer's Eye at paulcairns.com/blog. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.